Okay, now this is a tutorial on a swear filter. If you don't know what I mean by a swear filter, I'm talking about when you submit data to, say, a guest book or a forum, you may wish to take some of the swear words and convert them to something a bit more appropriate to be viewed. In this tutorial I'm going to be using the word bloody, and basically, well, because it's a mild swear word, and basically the result we're going to get out from this is if this word is found in a particular string of text, we're going to convert it to something like that. You can convert it to anything you like because we're going to be working quite flexibly, but I'm going to change it to the first and last letters with stars, and obviously you can add your own words as we go. Okay, so we're going to be using functions in this tutorial. I'm going to create a function called sensor, spell it right, and I'm going to create my parenthesis for my block of code, and inside here I'm going to take one parameter for this function, which is string, and that's a string that's going to be input. And just down here I'm going to check for my string and then execute a block of code. Otherwise, what I'm going to just do is I'm going to set the return value of this to let's say no string specified. Okay, so if the string is valid, or rather exists, I'm going to echo out my string. Otherwise I'm going to say no string specified. So there's our function. If we run our page at the moment, you can see that nothing is going on because this code is contained within a function. We need to call this function using the sensor label. So I'm going to say sensor, and I'm going to refresh it. Okay, and you can see that we've got missing argument 1 for sensor called blah blah blah. This isn't actually working because our error reporting is killing this as we have no string. I think depending on which error reporting you're using, it will sort of pick this up for you. I mean, we don't really need this part in here, but I'm going to keep it in anyway. So sensor, let's pass some string data. I'm going to say bloody hell, outrageous swearing there, and I'm going to refresh, and I'm getting this being echoed out. So we can see that all this is doing at the moment is echoing it out. This isn't what we want. We want it to censor. So what I'm firstly going to do is I'm going to have an array of swear words and their replacements. Okay, so the swear array is going to be an array, and what we're going to have here is a bunch of swear words. So I'm going to say bloody, and I'm just going to put shit in there for an example, and then I'm going to have my replace array, and that's going to be equal to an array again. And I'm going to have, in order, I like to align these arrays up, so what we can do now is we can see what we're replacing it with. So I'm replacing that one with that. The second one is shit, which we would replace with this. So we can see that they're aligned in columns. We know what we're doing, and so on and so forth across the page. You can add as many as you like. As long as you've got two different arrays with different names, we're going to be fine. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to set our new string equal to, and we're going to use the str replace function. This means string replace, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be saying the word in the first one is the word we want to look for. So I'm just going to type in swear array. Now hold on, this is an array. So what this function does is, it's really useful. It's going to look through every value of this array, and when it finds this particular value, it will have that value inside this str replace function, and then I'm going to replace it with the replace array function. Now this also seems strange, because surely if we're looking through an array, how is it we're going to know where to replace? But what we're actually replacing with is the same numerical ID that this is in. So this is numerical ID 0, and this is 1. This is 0 and this is 1. So if shit is found, it will replace it with the value in this second array in the same place. So we're basically working in columns inside the array with the same ID number. So the third parameter is where we're looking for this, and that is inside string. And now what we can do is we can return new string. So we're returning the new value, which is replacing the square array, presuming it has been found, with the same position replacement inside our string. So inside the piece of data, the parameter we're getting, the string. And then it's returning this out to the function. So what we can do now is, because it's returning that data out, we can say echo sensor, and inside here we can have our data. So for example, bloody hell, that was shit. So now, presuming this works, we're going to have this replaced and we're going to have this replaced. So let's refresh. Bloody is not working. Reason being is we've got small letters here. Now the way we can work this is we can say if string. What we can do is we can say, we could either use the str_i replace function, and what this does is it basically ignores the case of the input in here. So basically when we refresh, we get this up here, but we've seen we've got a small b, so this can prove a bit sort of annoying. I mean, if you really care about that, then I wouldn't use this. Otherwise, all you're really going to need to do is just type in, say, bloody with a capital B. Although what someone may do is when they're putting say something into string, they might choose to be clever and say capitalize, certain parts, or space out certain parts. But this is basically just a simple tutorial to show you how that can be done. At the worst case scenario, what I do is I just use the str_i replace function, okay, and ignore the string. Okay, if you really would like me to make another tutorial on this and expand on this and do something a bit more advanced, please let me know. I wouldn't have thought this would be that popular, I just thought it's a good thing to include. But if you want something more advanced, please just send me a message or whatever you like. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you around. Bye.